Okay. Uh, Adolf Hitler's rise to power. Why did Hitler choose to dominate the world? He chose to dominate the world because he had a lot of the beliefs in eradicating the world of Jews because he did not think that they should exist because in his mind the Jews were at the bottom and the pure Aryan German peoples were at the top. He also wanted to restore Germany's glory by fighting World War II and like getting all the territory back and beating the Allies. He also had a lot of rage toward the Allies because of the humiliation of the Treaty of Versailles. That like defined their army to only 100,000 men, and they lost most of their ships and planes. And he thought he was some sort of German savior. How did Hitler rise to power? So first, he joined and took over the National Socialist German Workers' Party, which was later renamed to the Nationalist Socialists Deutsche Arbeiterpartei, aka the Nazis. And many men had stopped serving in the German military after World War I because their military had been cut down so like big. And so they just joined the SA, which is the Storm Detachment. So basically the Nazi army, I guess you could call it. And one thing that helped them a lot was the economic crisis that hit Germany when people were left with two choices: to join the communists, which were the extreme left party, and the Nazis, which were the extreme right party. More people chose the Nazis because a new dictator was a fresher breath of fresh air for the German people. After the election of 1932, the Nazis won it, giving Hitler quite a lot of political power. Then he became Chancellor of Germany because he lost in the election to President Hindenburg to become president. And he demanded Chancellor, and so he got that. But once Hindenburg had died of old age, he became the president and seized control of the German army. The German army did not want to be replaced by the SA because at first Hitler wanted the SA the German military to join the SA, but they did not want to be replaced. So what Hitler did, he had all of the SA murdered. And then when the German military was satisfied that they wouldn't become replaced by the SA, they joined Hitler. Okay, summary of Hitler's life. So in 1919, he became leader of the German Workers' Party. In 1923, Germany plunged into a huge economic crisis, which meant a lot of people joined the Nazis. And then in 1923, he tried to make the police join the Nazis, the SA, and failed, where he was sentenced to 5 years originally, but the judges were soft on him, and he was only sentenced to 9 months, where he had enough time to write his book, Mein Kampf, stating how he thinks only pure German Aryan people should be German citizens and not Jews. And as that book got published, it made him famous, and more people started to join the Nazis. In 1932 and 1933, the Nazis won the election, and Hitler demanded to be the Chancellor of Germany, then later become president when von Hindenburg died. So overall, Hitler was definitely not a good person, having youth join his army, murdering his own SA officers, and killing 6 million Jews in concentration camps. All he wanted was power. Though many people joined him and supported him at the time, I think Germans might look back and regret. He had boys come to his training camps and often return home violent. And girls were told their purpose was to keep having pure Aryan children, and they would even threaten to turn their own parents into the Gestapo, which was like kind of the police, and if they tried to stop them.
Sorry, Jay, what is Gestapo?
It's like the I don't know, the German uh like police kind of thing. I
Oh,
think.
okay. Okay. Thanks. I learned it. I learned something from you. Thank you.
Overall, people may have liked and supported him during World War II, but I do not think many do now. Okay, Adolf Hitler death. Many historians think that Adolf Hitler committed suicide in his private bunker, and there are still many conspiracy theories about this. Some think what most think, that Hitler suicided with cyanide, then shooting himself in the head, but other thinks Hitler had a body double to be executed for them, and then Hitler had escaped to Antarctica. Some even think he went to Greenland, which is kind of halfway across the world for them, but who am I to say anything? If these conspiracy theories were real, yeah, I don't believe in them. The most likely situation would be the Antarctica situation, because in 1938, Germany had made a trip to Antarctica. There's also stories about the underground tunnels in Austria, which were built to accommodate 70,000 men. There are so many conspiracy theories about Adolf Hitler's death, you can't believe anything you hear. Okay, some pictures of the inside of his house. This isn't like all of his house, but like it's kind of like the kitchen. And not really kitchen in these photos, but like a lot of living rooms and dining rooms. These are postcard pictures, by the way. So this is the outside of his house. This was when it got bombed by the Allies. This was after the bombing, and this was like the village in the mountain. Well, not the village, but the house, the huge house. This one's too with behind the mountains. I like that picture, and that's his garden. So that's it.